Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Denver7 NFL Draft Preview Special. The draft starts tomorrow night at 6 with round one right here on Denver7. But it's a little different this year. Actually, a lot different. The Broncos do not have a pick in the first round, and they are not looking to draft a quarterback. That's very different from years past. We got Russell Wilson in the house. That's why. All right, we also got Broncos insider Troy Rank in the house with mock drafts and George Paton and interviews and more. And we have sports anchor Nick Rothschild live in Las Vegas at the scene of the draft. Nick, Viva Las Vegas. Set the scene for us out there.
If we have some time, if we don't, once we grab the town.
All right, looks like
welcome to Las Vegas, folks, the 2022 NFL Draft Experience. Take a look behind me here. Russell Wilson already making an impact here in Las Vegas. He's the reason, of course, the Broncos don't have a draft pick until Friday, but who cares? We have a lot of good stuff coming up for you in the show. We're going to talk to the pride of Fort Morgan and Trey Mcbride, and a great underdog story coming up as well. But Las Vegas, guys, it's bright lights, it's glitz, it's glamour, it's bedazzled helmets. It's a lot of fun. We're going to bring it all to you live.
The NFL Draft begins Thursday night. It's where fantasy intertwines with reality. Nothing like those first-round hugs with Commissioner Roger Goodell. Wait, the Broncos don't have a first-round pick? Oh yeah, that's right. They have Russell Wilson, acquired for, among others, the 9th overall selection.
We love having first-round picks. We love having the early second, but we also love having a franchise quarterback that sets the tone every day in the building. I come in here, he's here working. There's a reason he's great. It's because the work he puts into it, and all the players, the entire organization are watching. And so there's no pain in that. And that first day, we'll watch Russell Wilson highlights.
A record 8 teams head into the draft without a first-round pick in what has become a growing trend in recent years. But the Broncos, they can still find value. This is GM George Paton's wheelhouse. He found 6 impact players a year ago, and he has 9 picks, starting with number 64 and 3 in the top 96.
I think we're in a really good spot. I think there's going to be value in those rounds where we can upgrade our team, upgrade our depth, upgrade our speed, everything we need to do. We're fortunate that we made, free agency. We filled a lot of needs and throughout the offseason, so we don't need to reach for players. We're going to have flexibility. Again, I talk about flexibility all the time, but we can take the best player.
Even with the productive offseason, the Broncos need help and depth at several positions: cornerback, edge rusher, offensive tackle, and tight end. It's why they've been connected to names like Kobe Bryant, Chad Muma, Trey McBride, and Nick Bonita. Last year, Paton moved up in the second round to land standout running back Javonte Williams. Will he be bold again?
When we get to that second day, we'll be on the phone calling every team, and we'll have an idea of what we want to do that second day, especially as it starts dropping, to the mid rounds, and then we'll decide whether we want to move up, do we want to stand pat, or do we want to move back? And that kind of depends who's there, how many players we like are there. Let's say there's 10 picks from when you're picking, you still have 4 players, you'll probably get one, more likely to stay. But we'll always have the flexibility to move back.
Yes, listen, it's a different year, no first-round pick, but the Broncos, they've missed the playoffs, Lionel, in 6 straight seasons. Yes, Russell Wilson changes everything, but for Denver to be a Super Bowl contender, it must win in the margins. They must find depth and overcome injuries. That's why I'm telling you, this draft class still remains important, even without a first-round pick.
No doubt about it. All right, we could have only one connection to Colorado in the first round, Troy, and that could be Trey McBride. The former CSU tight end could go in the first round, and Nick Rothschild took a look at Trey.
There it is. There it is. Give it to him. Give it to him. Let's go! Fort Morgan was a huge part of why I'm here, the success I've had. So definitely want to give back and be a huge role model for anybody in that town that, it doesn't matter where you come from, you can make it out.
Like that. Wow. No matter where Trey McBride goes, he carries around two things: his home, Fort Morgan, and the bag full of chips on his shoulder.
I'm confident in the player I am. I know I'm going to be a good player in this league. I know what I'm capable of doing, and I'm going to keep that chip on my shoulder my whole life. You know, it's always been like that from a small town. Not supposed to be here, you know, so.
In that regard, he'll never change. And if you ask his teammates, they'll say that's a good thing.
You know, throughout his career at CSU, he's always been a pretty level-headed guy and never been bigger than the team, and I think he continually shows that. So it's just his personality that's taken him this far.
I'm so, you know, humbled to be in the position I am, and thankful for what I've been given.
So when McBride gets drafted here in the next few days, what can his new team expect?
They're getting a competitor, a playmaker, and a guy that's going to, you know, give it their all, a guy that you won't have to worry about off the field, a guy that leads by example, does everything the right way, and most importantly is a winner, a guy that wants to win, competes, and loves the game of football.
I mean, who wouldn't want all that? In fact, I know a team who might be in the market for a tight end.
Yeah, that'd be very special. You know, being from Colorado, playing for, you know, your hometown team would be very special.
If that lightning were to strike, he'd be following in the footsteps of one of his mentors. Former Fort Morgan High School, Colorado State, and Denver Broncos tight end, Joel Driessen.
Joel's a great guy, a real huge role model of mine, a guy I looked up to my whole life, wanted to be just like. He's a huge role model of mine, a guy that has been there the whole way, and I'm very grateful he's in my corner.
So whether you need blocking, receiving,
a lot of guys see me as a really complete guy that can kind of do both.
Or just a quality leader in your locker room.
Doesn't matter where I'm at. I just need an opportunity somewhere, and whoever, you know, takes a chance on me is gonna, you know, make a good pick. So
Trey McBride is that guy.
The hay's in the barn, so the rest is history.
All right, thanks, Nick. Troy, the Broncos and Trey McBride, that would be a match made in heaven. It'd be great. But really, what are the chances they have a shot at drafting him?
Well, they're probably about as good, Lionel, as Nick winning $1,000 on a slot machine tonight in Vegas. Listen, it could happen, but it remains unlikely based on the teams that I know have shown heavy interest in McBride. That's the Bengals, the Bills, the Chiefs. I'm just not sure McBride slips out of the first round. And if he does, I don't think he will go past 50. So the Broncos would have to move up. I never say never, but it would be unlikely.
All right, Troy, thanks. It's time for our first break here, but when we come back, we'll get Troy's first round mock draft. Interesting, huh? Plus the incredible story of a mother escaping a civil war in Africa and raising two sons who just might be playing in the NFL together. That's next on our Denver7 NFL Draft Preview Special. Stay with us. Welcome back to our Denver7 Sports NFL Draft Preview Special. And as George Payton said, the Broncos will be watching Russell Wilson highlights during round one of the draft. And now we're back with Broncos insider Troy Rank. And Troy, the Broncos, as we know, don't have a first-round pick, but it's still interesting to see how the first 15 picks might go. So, it's mock draft time, buddy. You're up.
I love this time of year. Lionel, I am convinced I know more about mock turtlenecks than mock drafts. It is a fun, confusing, bewildering process. And this year, there could be chaos without elite quarterbacks at the top. It's so many variables. But I've never had a year where I've had more executives and scouts disagree on the top players and where they would go. So with that said, here's my roll of the dice on the top 15. Jacksonville at 1 takes defensive lineman Trayvon Walker from Georgia. I think he's a risk at 1 because of his lack of production in college. Good player, but a threat to pile up sacks. We'll see. Lions, they will race up to the podium and make this pick. The hometown kid, Aiden Hutchinson, he is the surefire pick in this draft. You go to number 3, it's Ike Ekwonu. He's a tackle from NC State, named after Ickey Woods. That's why you take him. Kayvon Thibodeau from Oregon. Jets go pass rusher at 4. Could go Sauce Gardner there as well. And this one's an easy one. Giants, Charles Cross from Mississippi State. He will anchor their offensive line. Let's move on now. And at number 6, the first quarterback off the board. I wanted to go Pickett here, but Malik Willis makes more sense. He's only 6 foot, but he has dynamic talent. He's the first quarterback. He goes to the Panthers. Then we move on to number 7. There's my man, Sauce Gardner. Sauce, Lionel. He is going to be a lockdown corner from day one. The Falcons don't have receivers. So Garrett Wilson, Ohio State, he steps in. He starts from day one as well. Evan Neal falls to 9. That was the Broncos pick. And Seattle takes someone to maybe protect Drew Lock. Jamison Williams, he is this year's Tyreek Hill. He goes to the Jets if they don't make a trade for Deebo Samuel. So that's your top 10. Now to number 11, the Commanders. That's right, Commanders. They take Notre Dame safety Kyle Hamilton. Ryan Harris loves that guy. Why wouldn't he? He is a star. Derek Stingley Jr., someone Lionel knows well from LSU.
Go Tigers.
If he stays healthy, he's going to start right away. Jermaine Johnson, the pass rusher, he goes to the Texans. 14, Ravens go corner. Trent McDuffie from Washington. And 15, the big basketball-type receiver, Drake London from USC, goes to the Eagles. So that's my mock. Have fun with it. Mock it if you will. Listen, this mock could miss, starting with that 3rd pick. It's an unusual year, Lionel. No real buzz about quarterbacks. No consensus on top players. It's defined more by the depth, Lionel, than the star power in this class.
A lot of people like to mock drafts. So, yeah. Looks good, though. We'll see what happens in the top 15 in round 1. And later, Troy, we're going to get your Broncos mock draft, who they might pick from number 64 in round 2 to number 234, all the way in round 7. You can't miss any of these, right? All right. Well, right now, let's get back out live to Vegas and Nick Rothschild with the incredible story of one mother who's thankful just to be alive. And now, Nick, she could have 2 sons playing in the NFL.
Yeah, Lionel, a little while back we introduced you to Komite Kofi, the defensive back from Northern Colorado, hoping at some point this weekend to be drafted. And in case you missed that story, his mother, Agnes Pay, escaped civil war in Liberia to find refuge here in America and provide a better life for her sons. But that life wouldn't mean much if her children didn't get a chance to chase their dreams. And Komite, thanks to the sacrifices of his mother, is now on the doorstep of his.
He's a fighter, you know. He don't give up easily.
Did he learn that from you?
He learned that from me, yeah.
The children of Agnes Pay learn this lesson early.
Always keep fighting.
When life gets hard, fight. And never give up on your dreams.
You can't give up because I didn't give up.
Agnes could have given up as a child, fleeing rebels in Africa.
When I started growing up, the war broke out, so they say like I was a child on the run all the time, grew up in exile, from Liberia to Sierra Leone, from Sierra Leone to Guinea, from Guinea to America, you know.
Or when she arrived in America. A single immigrant mother raising 4 kids.
Oh my God, I was many jobs. I didn't have a choice. One job couldn't make it. And sometimes I miss out a lot with them because I'm at work.
I just look at her like I'm grateful, you know? It's like, it's impossible for any mother to do that, but the fact that she did it is incredible.
Her oldest son helped where he could to support his family.
Komite was a happy kid, you know, friendly, he loved friends. He's an IT person, he quick to learn, he always out there.
But eventually, it came time for Komite Kofi to chase his dreams.
My mom was like, you know, she definitely had a hard time. Being from 15, leaving home and just, you know, just saying I'm gonna go out on my own onto the world and I'm gonna chase this dream, you know, and my brothers are looking at me like, what?
I let him go, it was hard for me, but I have to let him go because that was his dream.
That also meant more missed quality time for Mom.
Senior night, you know, I was planning like, okay, your prom night, I will be there. And his 12th grade year, I was in there. You know, it was hard for me, you know, because he's my oldest. I didn't want to miss anything, but it's life, you know.
Hitting the road to play football turned into an incredible journey.
From North Dakota, he went to Iowa. From Iowa, he went to New Mexico. From New Mexico, he came to Colorado. So Komite road was not easy. I told him, I said, keep focused. You know, God got better, you know, thing for you.
Physical guidance was lacking, but spiritually, Agnes looked out for her son, and Komite honored his mother.
My mom is a very determined woman. Like, when she wants something, it's like nothing can stop her, like no force, nothing. Like she's gonna go get it one way or another. And that's the mindset that I have. Like, I don't care what it is, I don't care what category you put me in, like I'm gonna go get what's mine.
With all that, never get in trouble. I never get a call one day to say, oh, your son getting, arrested, or he was drunk, or he got in a fight. Without me, all the places he traveled, now one day get a complaint.
In March, Mom watched her baby boy audition for NFL teams on a stage she'd never seen before. Decades of struggle culminating in bliss.
That makes me more proud of him because he's a fighter. He's a fighter. He didn't give up.
For her to just tell me, like, at the end of the day, I'm proud of you, son, it goes a long way for me. Like, it makes everything easier for me.
But their trek isn't over yet. One more mountain to climb. The NFL Draft.
At the end of the day, whatever happens, I'm blessed. God brought me here this far. He's in control. If it's meant to be, it will be.
One edge that Komite has over other late-round picks is his brother already plays in the league. His younger brother, Colts defensive end Kwity Paye, was a first-round pick last year, and throughout this whole process, Komite's benefited from advice about workouts, interviews, everything you can imagine. And if the draft goes the way that Komite hopes this weekend, and he is picked up by a team, next fall, we could see something that's never happened. Kwity and Komite playing football together. Lionel.
Oh, what a great story. Thanks a lot, Nick. Troy, what about Komite, the former UNC Bear? What are the chances we hear his name called in the draft? And actually, what do the Broncos think of this guy?
Yeah, he'd be a long shot to get drafted at this point. He projects as an undrafted free agent when I look at all the lists and talk to scouts. But that means he could get into a camp. Maybe you make a practice squad. You never know. I mean, Philip Lindsay went undrafted, so it could happen. Broncos know who he is. Anyone that works at Landau, they know who they are. And they have a need at corner, so that would be cool if they could bring him in to their practice squad to add some depth. We'll see, but I'm not going to bet against Komite. What a story.
No, after watching that story, there's no doubt. Never bet against him for sure. We wish him the best of luck in the future. All right, it is time for another break, but we'll go back to Vegas for more on the draft and what the Broncos should do in rounds 2 through 7. And then we'll get Troy's take on what he thinks the Broncos will do. It's the mock draft coming back. It involves a linebacker from Lone Tree and Legend High School. That's next on our Denver7 NFL Draft Preview Special. Stay with us. Welcome back to Denver7 Sports NFL Draft Preview Special. Now, coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to get Broncos insider Troy Rank's Broncos mock draft. Who does he think the Broncos will go after with 9 picks in rounds 2 through 7? Stand by, Troy. First, let's get out to Vegas again, though, and Nick Rothschild with a preview of his 360 look coming up at 10 o'clock at the Broncos draft. Nick?
Well, look, Lionel, the whole theme of the Vegas draft is glitz and glamour. The Broncos helmet is bejeweled here next to me. All the logos and whatnot are neon, bright lights, big city, all of that old school Las Vegas feel to this draft. And the Broncos already have their glitz and glamour, their diamond, if you will, in Russell Wilson. So what do they need to do in this draft to make sure that pays off come the season? I took a 360 look at that. We will see that tonight at 10. I also kind of wanted to look at the temperature of Broncos fans as it relates to the draft. The draft over the last 3 years has been like the Super Bowl, guys. Every year we're hoping the Savior is coming to Broncos country, and I wanted to see if maybe that feeling changed with Russell Wilson coming to town. So we're talking to fans of all ages, experts, both who have played the game, who are just football experts. We've got a wide range of opinions coming up for you at 10 o'clock. I hope you'll watch.
All righty. Thanks, Nick. That was a 180 right there. We'll look for the whole 360 later tonight on Denver7 News at 10. All right, Troy, that's it. No more wasting time. Let's get to it. Your Broncos mock draft 2022, starting with the 64th pick in round 2. You have the Broncos taking
Wyoming linebacker Chad Muma. He's from Legend High School, just up the road from the Broncos headquarters. Muma, you see him here. He's rangy. He's fast. He plays downhill. He could provide the Broncos lineup with their first 3-down backer since Danny Trevathan. If Muma's not available, you got to think maybe edge rusher like Nick Bonita, linebacker Troy Anderson, maybe even cornerbacks like Roger McCreary and Kobe Bryant. But Chad Muma, if he's sitting there at 64, I would love to see him taken.
All right, moving on to the third round.
There's my cornerback, Kobe Bryant. Yes, he's named after the legendary NBA player Kobe Bryant. Quick hands, extreme confidence. The Broncos have to add at least 2 corners in this draft. He would make sense. But they need an edge rusher, too. Nick Bonita from Oklahoma. Doesn't set the edge well, but he has great spin moves. He could be a rotational pass rusher from day one. And then we go to pick 115. Tyler Agier, a running back. This is less likely now with re-signing Melvin Gordon, but he could be part of the future. Tight end is a need. No Trey Mcbride early. How about Jeremy Ruckert from Ohio State at pick 116? Big guy. He could help them.
All right, moving on in the 5th round.
Yes, the best name in the draft. Smoke Monday sounds like Spaghetti Western. He's a safety from Auburn. He could add depth because this might be Kareem Jackson's last year, but he is a rangy guy who could certainly help that secondary. Braxton Jones, an offensive tackle. He is a guy who could be a projected pick. Maybe you even ends up on the practice squad and then you bring him up the following year, a redshirt year. But I like Jones. He has real potential and he's coachable.
Now to round 7, Troy.
My favorite round. They got Jonathan Cooper here last year. How about Isaiah Taylor Stewart? He's a cornerback from USC. He's slipped way down on the charts. He has 3rd-round potential. I would take him. And then if KJ Hamler can't get healthy, and he's showing like he is right now, but a guy like Tyquan Thornton from Baylor, he ran a 4.28 40, a blazer. Add him late in the draft at receiver.
Yeah, such a different vibe for the Broncos not having a 1st-round pick, but it's great to have Russell Wilson, right? And look, picking in the later rounds, that's right in George Payton's wheelhouse.
Yeah, listen, I mean, Russell Wilson has changed everything. But remember, like, he was a 3rd-round pick, so you get guys in the 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round, they can help. This team needs depth, Lionel,
right.
And I think they're going to find it with George Payton again this year.
All right, there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching our Denver7 NFL Draft Preview Special. We'll have complete coverage of round 1 tomorrow, even without that Broncos pick. And you can watch it right here on Denver7 at 6 o'clock. Then Troy and I will be in studio with the latest news. Nick will be live in Vegas. And, of course, we'll be back later tonight on Denver7 Sports at 10. We will see you then.